Hello everyone, welcome to my class today. Today we'll be seeing nursing foundation. Next topic, that is immunity. So immunity means it is our defense system or the first line defense of our body. So whenever any microorganism or a foreign body enters in our body acts in order to destroy the foreign body, and it rejects the foreign body out is called as immunity. So definition is it is the body's defense against pathogenic microorganisms. That means it is a complex biological system of our body to recognize and tolerate the cells and reject the invading body. Okay, so biological system means our body by nature it is made in such a way to recognize the foreign body but do not damage our self body, but they reject and destroy the foreign body. Next, coming to the types of immunity, there are two types of immunity. One is innate. Innate means it is inborn, that is by birth itself we have that immunity, and adaptive or acquired is we acquire later, that is called as acquired immunity. So again, acquired immunity is classified into natural and artificial. Natural is like by nature or by our own body starts producing certain antibodies. So it is naturally acquired in our body. And artificial is it is not naturally acquired, we introduce something and then it is produced in the body. Again, natural is classified into active and passive, and artificial is also classified into active and passive immunity. So innate immunity refers to some non-specific defense mechanism that come into play immediately within hours of antigen appearance in the body. So that is immediately after our birth, when we are exposed to the antigen, there are some physical barriers like skin, the mucosal membrane in the blood. So these physical barriers will prevent the microorganism to enter into our body. Not only that, whenever any microorganism enters, immediately our body starts producing chemicals. That means the phagocytosis occurs. Phagocytosis is they engulf the bacteria and destroy the bacteria. So like this, so many process occurs in order to remove the foreign cells, that is antigen, from our body, that is called as innate immunity. Coming to the process of innate immunity, so first is the anatomical barrier, and the first organ is skin. So skin covers almost all part of the body and it helps in protecting the body against the defending microorganisms. Next, innate immunity is by the respiratory tract. So in the respiratory tract, whenever a microorganism is breathed inside, or any dust or any particles when it is entering inside, immediately our respiratory tract puts on the cough reflex and the microorganism is coughed out. That is one type of innate immunity. Next, in the GI tract, the saliva contains certain enzymes to kill the bacteria, and also the GI tract is acidic, so the microorganisms will not live in the acidic area, and thereby microorganisms get killed. So this is also one line of defense. Next, eyes also act as an anatomic barrier for invasion of microorganisms. So whenever any dust or a microorganism enter the eyes, our eyes immediately start tearing and they put out the microorganisms. Okay, the last anatomical barrier is the blood-brain barrier. So this prevents any chemicals or any microorganisms from entering the brain. Okay, the next process in innate immunity is inflammation. So inflammation is whenever any microorganism enters in our body, our WBC cells and neutrophils, they undergo phagocytosis, that is they engulf the bacteria and destroy the bacteria, and also they promote healing to the damaged tissue. So that is called as inflammation. The next process of innate immunity is fever. So fever enhances the immune response by stimulating leukocytes that is present in WBC and they kill the pathogens. So when our body rise the temperature, the pathogens means the disease producing microorganism cannot survive or sustain the temperature and they start dying. So this is one form of innate immunity. Okay, the final process in the innate immunity is the white blood cells. So these white blood cells consist of leukocytes like natural killer cells, mast cells, eosinophils, basophils, and phagocytic cells like macrophages, neutrophils, and dendritic cells. These all cells, they join together and function with the immune system in order to identify the pathogens microorganism, and eliminating means destroying and removing from our body so that infection can be prevented. So these are the innate immunity process. The next type of immunity is acquired or adaptive immunity. So as the name suggests, it is acquired. That means we get from a vaccine or any exposure to infection or disease, or from another person's antibodies. Okay, next we'll see the types of acquired immunity. So in the types of acquired immunity, it is further classified as naturally acquired and artificially acquired. So as the name naturally acquired is, when our body is exposed to certain antigens, our body starts naturally producing the immunity, that is called natural acquired immunity. And artificial acquired immunity is, the immunity is directly given to the patient either by vaccines or any immunoglobulins produced from another animal or any individual. So these are the types of acquired immunity. So let's see one by one. Further, the natural acquired immunity is classified into active and passive. So in natural acquired active immunity, so it is whenever it develops whenever our body is exposed to the microorganism, our body starts producing antibodies, and these antibodies will start killing the microorganism, and also they keep us memory cells. So whenever in future if the same microorganism is attacking our body, our memory cells will kill the microorganism. So the example is chickenpox or smallpox. So they will be attacking a person only once in lifetime. Okay, next is natural acquired passive immunity. So this is occurred during pregnancy when the mother directly gives the antibodies to the baby through the fetal blood. Okay, next comes the artificially acquired active immunity. So this is given during immunization. So in immunization, we intentionally give bacteria, that is antigen, to the inject to the person's body, and our body starts producing antibody against the antigen actively our body produces. So this is called artificially acquired active immunity. Finally, it is the artificially acquired passive immunity. So it is an immediate but a temporary short-term immunization provided with injection of antibodies such as gamma globulin that is not produced by the recipient cells. Okay, so these are antibodies which are prepared from an animal or another human being and then injected to another human being, mainly in immunosuppressive patients. When their immune system is not functioning, we take another person's immunoglobulins and inject to this patient. So this is about immunity. Next is immunization. It is the process whereby a person is made immune or resistant to an infectious disease, typically by administration of vaccines. So vaccines are administered directly to patient's body, and these vaccines stimulate our body to produce the immune response so that whenever any antigen enter, our body will fight against that infection. Okay, lastly comes the immunization schedule. So all babies or infants and children and even pregnant women, the schedule for vaccination is given by the Indian government and it has to be followed. Okay, the vaccinations are included for all the infectious diseases like polio, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, mumps, etc. So schedule is given and it has to be followed. Thank you.